August 2014, St. Louis, Missouri. The second edition of the Sinkfield Cup wasn't just another chess tournament. It was billed as the strongest tournament in chess history.
Strongest chess tournament ever.
It's the strongest tournament in history.
The strongest chess tournament in history.
The strongest chess event in the history of the game.
The field was staggering. FIDE rating 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 and 9th in the world. The average rating, an astronomical 2,802. Magnus Carlsen, the winner of the inaugural event and the undisputed king of chess, was the clear favorite. Fabiano Caruana, ranked world number 3, was certainly respected, but no one could have predicted the absolute demolition he was about to unleash. Round 1, Caruana defeats Veselin Topalov, a former world champion. Round 2, he overcomes the creative French grandmaster Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. In the much-anticipated third-round paired world champion, Magnus Carlsen with Fabi. Fabiano would play with black and would outplay Magnus. Fabi was now 3 in a row and he would continue like that for 4 more rounds. Putting away Levon Aronian, Hikaru Nakamura, Topalov again, MVL again, until finally in the 8th round Magnus was able to stop the runaway train with a draw. But by then, the tournament was already decided. Caruana had secured victory with 2 rounds to spare. He finished the tournament with 3 draws, ending on a score of 8.5 points out of 10, a full 3 points ahead of second place Magnus Carlsen. But the scoreline only tells part of the story. Caruana's performance rating for the tournament was calculated at a mind-bending 3,103. To put that in perspective, it's a performance level significantly higher than even the highest peak official ratings ever achieved by any human player. It was, statistically, one of the greatest individual tournament performances in the history of chess, often compared to Bobby Fischer's legendary streaks or Anatoly Karpov's dominant Linares 1994 victory. This single tournament netted Caruana 43 ELO points, rocketing his official rating to 2,844, the 3rd highest in history at that time. He was now breathing down Carlsen's neck, just 19 points behind the world champion. The chess world was put on notice. Fabiano Caruana was not just a top player, he was a legitimate threat to the throne. He continued to rack up impressive results, including winning the prestigious Dortmund Sparkassen chess meeting for the 3rd time in 2015. He also won the FIDE Grand Prix series for 2014 to 2015, a grueling circuit of tournaments, which secured him a coveted spot in the 2016 Candidates Tournament. The 2016 Candidates Tournament in Moscow was a tense affair. Caruana performed strongly, remaining in contention throughout. However, he ultimately finished 2nd, just behind Sergei Karjakin. It was a heartbreaking near miss, demonstrating the razor-thin margins at the absolute top level of chess. Undeterred, Caruana continued his relentless pursuit of excellence. He won his first US Chess Championship, a significant milestone after returning to the American flag. Later that year, he anchored the US team on board 1 at the 42nd Chess Olympiad in Baku. His stellar performance, earning him an individual bronze medal, was instrumental in leading Team USA to its first Olympiad gold medal since 1976. He was patiently, persistently building towards his next opportunity to challenge for the crown. That opportunity would come in 2018, starting with the Candidates Tournament in Berlin. Having narrowly missed out in 2016, Caruana entered the 2018 Candidates with immense determination. The field was once again packed with the world's best, including former challenger Karjakin, Mamedyarov, Kramnik, and the rising star Ding Liren. The stage was set for another brutal battle of nerves, preparation, and skill. One of the most critical junctures came in the later stages of the tournament. After a loss to Sergei Karjakin in round 12, a defeat that could have derailed his campaign, Caruana found himself in a precarious position. With only 2 rounds to go, the tournament was on a knife edge. Many players would falter under such pressure, but peak Fabiano Caruana was built differently. In round 13, facing Levon Aronian with the black pieces, Caruana played a magnificent game, securing a vital win. This victory propelled him back into the sole lead, heading into the final decisive round. Caruana, with 8 points, was half a point ahead of Mamedyarov and Kajakin. He faced Alexander Grishuk again with the black pieces. A draw might be enough depending on other results, but a win would guarantee tournament victory. Caruana didn't play for a draw. Fabiano Caruana had done it. He had won the 2018 FIDE Candidates Tournament with a score of 9 out of 14, a full point clear of the field. His performance rating was a stellar 2,887. By winning the candidates, Fabiano Caruana became the first American-born challenger for the undisputed World Chess Championship since the legendary Bobby Fischer in 1972. The chess world was electric with anticipation. This was the first time since 1990 that the world number 1 and world number 2 were battling for the title. The match format was 12 classical games. The first player to reach 6.5 points would be crowned world champion. If tied after 12 games, rapid and potentially blitz tiebreaks would decide the winner. Caruana, having won the Grenke Chess Classic and Norway Chess earlier in the year, and sharing first in the Sinkfield Cup, was in peak form. His rating was 2,832, just 3 points shy of Carlsen's 2,835. And so, after 12 classical games, the score was deadlocked at 6-6. 12 draws, a historic first. Fabiano Caruana had gone undefeated in classical play against Magnus Carlsen in a World Championship match. He had outplayed him in several games and had come agonizingly close to securing wins. The match moved to rapid tiebreaks. Here, Carlsen's renowned speed and intuition in faster time controls came to the fore. He won the first rapid game, then the second, and finally the third, clinching the match 3-0 in the tiebreaks and retaining his World Championship title. Even though the World Championship crown eluded him in 2018, his performance during those peak years cemented his place as one of the giants of the modern game. He forced Magnus Carlsen to play at his absolute best and showed the world that the seemingly invincible champion was indeed vulnerable. He had clear winning chances in that match that, had they been converted, could have changed chess history. Peak Fabiano Caruana, roughly from 2014 to 2018, was not just good, he was historically great. He reached a peak FIDE rating of 2,844, a number only surpassed by Garry Kasparov and Magnus Carlsen. And his performance at the 2014 Sinkfield Cup, with a performance rating of 3,103, remains one of the single most dominant tournament victories in the history of chess. If you enjoyed this deep dive, I have compiled my all videos in one playlist. You can check it out in description below. Thanks for watching.